Please join me in welcoming our next presenter, Bryan Mauk from PCs for People. Thank you.
All right, well, so I figure since it's Super Tuesday, we can start with a quick audience poll. So, raise your hand if you've sent or received an email today. Come on, don't lie. Raise your hand if you've liked something on social media. All right, come on now. All right, now raise your hand if you use the internet to get your current job, right? LinkedIn, applied online, all that stuff. All right, so I want to tell you guys a quick story about a grandmother named Betty. She has no internet, no computer, and 2 grandchildren. She's got to walk nearly a mile every day to the library so that the kids can do their homework. And that's if the computer lab has a working computer, right? And there's nobody else there. And unfortunately, she's one of 50,000 people across the Columbus area that don't have access to a computer and the internet at home. Technology is increasingly a digital world. And the more we're leaving, as we progress, we're leaving about 1 in 6 families behind, right? That gap we call the digital divide. And the solution to the problem is all around us. Unfortunately, a lot of times we put that solution in the landfill, right? So another quick poll, how many people have an old computer sitting in their closet, right? It's got your tax return from 2010, and you don't want to get rid of it because somebody will steal your identity, right? Or 2 or 3 cell phones in your nightstand that you just never throw out. You don't even have chargers for them anymore, but you still got them, right? So that's what corporations do too, right? Corporations cycle through their technology to stay competitive on 3 to 5 year cycles. And when those computers are done, they're still plenty fast. They got plenty of horsepower for the average residential user. For the corporations, the value isn't with the hardware. It's with the data on the computer, right? There's sensitive HIPAA data, financial data, legal information, and that needs to be securely sanitized. Corporations actually pay big money to have that service done to for-profit companies. We, as a nonprofit, do it for free. But we just ask, we do the same certified wipes, we just ask for the computer attached to it, right? And then we take that computer and we distribute it out to low-income individuals. We have a wonderful storefront where people can line up. You can see here, all right? People are lining up before the stores open to receive technology, and people are excited to get digitally engaged. We operate as a social enterprise model. So instead of just straight giving computers away and going out of business, we have a small nominal charge. Desktops start at $30, laptops start at $50. It's a price point affordable for almost everyone, right? And that allows us, last year we were 96% earned income nationally, right? 4% philanthropic support. We use that 4% of philanthropic support to expand into new markets. We started in St. Paul, Minnesota. We have offices now in Denver, Colorado, Cleveland, Ohio, and we'll be launching this summer in Baltimore, Maryland. We're excited to add to our footprint Columbus, Ohio. We are seeking today an investment of $100,000, and we believe that that'll allow us to distribute 4,000 computers over the course of the next 2 years, impact the lives of over 10,000 individuals, generate $340,000 in earned income, and save from the landfill over 250,000 pounds of e-waste. But we can't do that without funding, and more importantly, almost equally importantly, is the computers, right? So we are looking, all those folks, I saw y'all, my boy Danny got your names that have closet computers. We want to clean your closet out. We love doing community drives where individuals can bring their computers, but we also work with corporations and provide the white glove service and full wiping and data sanitization. So we're looking to partner with you all to help end the digital divide in Columbus.
I have a quick question regarding how you're integrating professionals to maybe add or aid with computer literacy. So do you see yourselves as simply the organization that's providing the tools, but they need to go out on their own to understand how to actually operate and so forth?
No, absolutely. Thank you so much for that question. So we actually believe in a 3-legged stool. One is the hardware, right? Laptops and desktops. 2, computers are pretty useless nowadays without the internet. So we actually have an affordable $15 a month high-speed internet plan that's on the Sprint network. And then the third part of those are pretty useless in about 3 months when they get a virus, right? So we do digital literacy classes and online support. We have a national phone bank where we get about 2,000 calls a day of people calling in everything from, I just got a computer from you guys, brought it home, plugged in the monitor, it doesn't work. Well, did you plug both cords in? Oh, okay, right? To, I just got a virus, how do I get rid of it, and all that stuff. So we really try to do the full wraparound support.
Could you talk a little bit about your impact? How do you measure it? I know you distribute these computers. How do you know if they're being used and what they're being used for?
Yeah, so we got a couple different ways. So I'd say our primary and really cool data thing I could talk about is so the internet subscription, people have to be, all of our folks that receive technology have to be income eligible under 200% of poverty. And to keep the internet subscription, they have to periodically renew their internet, right? And they have to reapply for that eligibility. So we get all sorts of great data points on them. So they have a survey about the technology they're using, but we also get their income data point and all sorts of great stuff. And we've actually seen that within the first year, our average customer's income increases about $500 over the first year. And if it's a family that gets a computer and the internet, it's about a $1,600 increase in annual income.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the storefront component? You mentioned that you distribute to customers via storefront. Is your plan to have one here, and how does that fit into overall operations?
Yeah, of course. So we distribute 3 primary models. One is e-commerce, so PCsRefurbished.com, and we ship to all 50 states plus Puerto Rico. We're very excited about that. Second is through events. So we actually do both sponsored and social enterprise-fueled events where we pop up in a school or a town and distribute 100, 200, 300 computers. And then the third is pop-up stores, both pop-up and brick-and-mortar retail. And that's the combination of stuff we'd be looking to bring to Columbus.
Okay. Thank you.
What are you exactly using the funding for?
So it would be a mix of staffing for the pop-up and retail shops, but also some event funding. So the event funds are great because one of the biggest problems we have is people don't believe that a $30 desktop, right? They think it's a scam. We joke that we could probably sell them better in an alleyway for $50. So a biggest thing is proving that they're good computers and that this is a real thing. So we do some of the events at schools that generates publicity both for us and the sponsor, but then also legitimacy among the community.
You said that for-profits pay big money to do what you do. Why aren't you charging?
We could. It gets into a little bit of a back and forth, right? So the way the for-profits work is they charge for the wipe, and then they give you pennies for the scrap, right? And it usually washes out. With us, we just say it's even, free, and then you can get the tax deduction.
Thank you, Bryan.